What happens when AI instantly extracts all your website's data, but a human never actually visits your site? Like, how do you survive when the very foundation of web monetization just vanishes overnight? Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a massive shift based on founder Greg Eisenberg's core thesis. We're going to figure out exactly how you can survive this traffic crisis, and more importantly, how to build highly profitable startups on an entirely new internet infrastructure. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll start by looking at the broken internet bargain, then dive into Cloudflare's microtransaction solution, break down 3 specific highly profitable startup blueprints, and wrap it all up with a high-density core review. All right, let's jump straight into Section 1, the broken bargain. So look at the stark contrast of our new reality here. The old internet bargain, it relied entirely on human visits to monetize attention. A search engine crawls your site, a human clicks the link, and you monetize via ads, emails, or subscriptions. But on the agent web, an AI agent just extracts the answer directly. Poof! Instantly, you lose your ad impression, your email capture, and your affiliate click. The human web monetized attention, right? Well, the agent web has to monetize resources.
Which brings us to Section 2, Cloudflare's X42 system.
So if the human visit is dead, how on earth do we actually get paid? Well, Cloudflare just introduced some revolutionary payment rails featuring AI crawl control and pay per crawl. The transaction is the request itself. An agent asks for data, and your server hits back with an HTTP 402 status code, which literally means payment required, charging just a fraction of a penny. The agent pays via the X42 rail, and boom, the data flows instantly. No clunky checkouts, no user accounts. Now, pulling this off requires an entirely new tech stack. We've got to take the messy internet, old 2019 FAQs, PDFs, Web 2.0 sites, and transform it into clean, structured data. From there, we open agent-readable doors like APIs or LLM.txt files and apply strict payment rules to meter that access. Let's get into the practical stuff. Section 3, Blueprint 1, the niche data refinery. How do you actually build a business on this stack? Eisenberg gives us a super concrete execution model using med spas in Miami. The secret here is you don't boil the ocean. You manually track exactly 100 local businesses. You extract really precise data points, their prices, review complaints, Instagram links, hiring signals, and their booking flows. Then you generate 10 specific outputs from that data, like a local pricing map or competitor gap report. Basically, you're turning messy data into clean fuel for agents. Okay, let's talk about the money and execution. The absolute biggest pitfall here, trying to sell this directly to the med spa owner. Do not do that. Your very first customer should be a marketing agency, a software company, or an AI implementer who is already selling to that niche. You charge them a subscription of $300 to $800 a month. The logic is simple. The agency uses your data to sell their own $5,000 a month growth packages. Your delivery flow scales from a basic report up to a dashboard, then an API, and finally an MCP tool. Just remember your filter. Pick data that is valuable, repeated, constantly changing, fragmented, and honestly, just super annoying to collect. Moving right along to Section 4, Blueprint 2, Agent Readiness.
Think of this as SEO for the agent internet. Imagine a B2B SaaS company selling a 15-person payroll product in California. A human might read through their vague marketing copy about unlocking operational excellence. But an AI agent, it does not care about your fluff. It strictly needs to know your exact integrations, your exact cost, what software you replace, and the specific risks of choosing you as a vendor. But most websites bury this info in PDFs or just hide their pricing entirely.
So here's your exact acquisition and pricing flow. To land your first customer, run 20 to 50 buyer intent prompts across the major AI tools. Your sales hook is literally showing the founder a screenshot proving that AI thinks their $20 product actually costs $8, or that it's citing a random PDF from 2002. You then charge a flat fee of $3,000 to $10,000 or up to $20,000 for large B2B companies to deliver a pristine LMM.txt file, parsable pricing, and correct schema markup. After that, you lock them into a monthly retainer to just rerun those prompts and track their accuracy. Next up, Section 5, Blueprint 3, Expert Archives. This blueprint is brilliant for creators and researchers who are sitting on years of content, but you have to follow a very strict sequence. First, collect and transcribe hundreds of assets, like exactly 300 videos or 500 podcasts. Second, tag them rigidly across 6 core metadata points: job, topic, audience, framework, example, and outcome. Third,
Build one highly specific workflow. For example, an agent that critiques a cold email, rewrites it, gives it a score, and suggests exactly one test to run.
For monetization, you charge a $19 to $50 a month subscription, bundle it into an existing paid community, or use it as a lead magnet. The best part? Your acquisition cost is basically zero because you're leveraging the creator's existing distribution and trust. But listen, you have to avoid 3 massive pitfalls. 1. Do not tell a creator you'll turn their whole brain into AI. It's vague and honestly a bit creepy. 2. Do not just dump their data into a vector database without tagging it. And 3. Never build a generic chat with an expert feature. It absolutely has to be a job-specific workflow. All right, we've made it to Section 6, Actionable Takeaways. Let's consolidate all these hard facts. Here is your high-density core review. Cloudflare uses HTTP 402 status codes to process fractional penny payments from agents. Your data refinery should track exactly 100 businesses to produce 10 specific outputs, which you sell for $300 to $800 a month to agencies. Your agent readiness audit requires running 20 to 50 buyer intent prompts to sell a $3,000 to $10,000 fix. And your expert archives? They absolutely demand 6 specific metadata tags to function properly. If you take one single underlying logic away from this entire explainer today, make it this. Identify expensive decisions that are trapped in messy information and refine them into structured, paid microdoors for AI agents. Now it's your turn for a practical project plan. If you're going to replicate one of these blueprints today, what is your very first action step? How exactly are you going to secure that first data set or that first customer? Drop your plan in the comments below, and I will personally review it to help you avoid those early pitfalls. And to make your execution even easier, just type "leave a comment" down below right now, and our automated system will immediately send you the complete tool checklist and visual mind map for everything we've covered today. Websites are irrevocably shifting from pages that humans visit into resources that agents use. The only question left is, are you going to be the one building the toll booths they have to walk through?